Invincible. He's a pretty cool hero. He's also what the British would refer to as a cheeky bastard. I made a video about how he criticized Batman's superhero name. This was straight from the comics. But it wasn't the first time that day he'd have such a conversation. Invincible was being a little impulsive, surprise surprise, and ended up being flung across the multiverse. Before he hits Batman's home dimension, he finds himself stuck in the Marvel Universe, an event chronicled in Marvel Team-Up Volume 3, Issue 14. There, he meets up with Spider-Man, who, at that exact moment, was tussling with Dr. Octopus. This meeting was actually shown in the animated series, but because they couldn't use Marvel characters, the two were changed to Agent Spider and Prof. Ock, respectively.
I saw the portal. I know you're from another dimension. Got way too much experience with that, especially lately.
Mark, being Mark, calls out the hero for what he feels is a lazy name that's too on the nose. Unfortunately for Mark, he don't know who he dealing with. Marvel is home to some real champs of talking smack, including Deadpool, Taskmaster, and Spider-Man. So, Spidey immediately knocks Mark's argument into the ground. But, much like Oliver Queen, who kept lying to his team every season, Invincible learns nothing from his mistakes. He's introduced to the Avengers and proceeds to roast them all as well. He calls Iron Man Robot Man. Now, this one is 50-50 since, yeah, the name Iron Man isn't too far off. But it's also an L for Invincible since one of the heroes from his world is literally called Robot. Glass houses and all that. His next target is Wolverine, whom he calls Clawman. And honestly, I was surprised this didn't end up in a scrap that would be used in many Logan vs. Viltrumites debates, cause Wolverine don't play that. He then calls Captain America Flagman, which, again, doesn't result in a Wolverine vs. Viltrumite scrap. In a showdown between two Superman ripoffs, Invincible tags Sentry and calls him Fabio Man. A bit dated reference, but on point nevertheless. For Spider-Woman, he drops the name Batwoman because of those weird glider web thingies on her arms, which is probably why he wasn't enthusiastic about a similar conversation with Batman. And then there's probably the most hilarious roast of the lot when Mark spots Luke Cage, who at the time was famous for not wearing a superhero costume of any kind. And his name? Black Man. Okay, Mr. Grayson, that was pretty funny. Anyway, the Avengers don't end up killing Invincible for his impertinence, and a standard superhero team-up ensues. And to be fair, Mark gives Peter a little confidence boost when he's much more sincere than most people in the Marvel Universe have been to Peter. At the end of the day, he's a kid. He's gonna make fun of classic superhero names and costumes, and that's all it is. Fun. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.